Hey, welcome back to Video Horror Society Sins Part 2. So here we are, back in the office. In this video, we will be reviewing a werewolf game played by Feetwarts. There will be pauses throughout the video whenever a mistake is made, or a good play should be noted for the viewer. So, without further ado, kick back, relax and rewind. The viewing will begin momentarily. Let's talk about what went wrong here. First of all, their spawn. Spawning and engineering is probably the worst spawn for monster in this map. It was really unlucky. This is because you are zoned into a corner which is void of stations, and to reach any, it would take at least 8 seconds from that position. It's a huge dead zone. Next, their pathing. Choosing to travel through the dead zone was a poor choice. The werewolf has placed themselves far from any stations. This will make it difficult to sneak up on any teens, as they will hear the tension track before the werewolf can approach. In this position, I would transform and push up boss office stairs and head towards Pillar Hallway, since there are always 3 to 4 stations in that area. Again, pushing through the dead zone, I would have gone up the staircase to the right to pressure the stations above you. At this point in the match, the teens probably have weapons. When going up or down the staircase, take advantage and look around, including behind you. You will see why later in this video. Howling here is a good idea. This prevents the Leo from possibly finishing their weapon. It's a safe play. Here's something new players or even experienced veterans will sometimes miss. While chasing the Leo, you can hear another set of footsteps nearby. Let's listen to that part again. Did you hear them? You can hear one set of footprints on dirt and another on metal. It's important to learn the sounds teens make when running or walking over certain materials. It really helps when pinpointing their location. A shock sphere. This is probably one of the worst sounds to hear while playing werewolf, especially on facility. However, if you started howling right now, you would be fine. I would at least look in the direction it is coming from though. Here, both the teen and the werewolf misplayed. First of all, howling will not disrupt an active shock sphere. By howling, this werewolf made himself a sitting duck for any competent teen. The same principle applies to solar flares, eyes, and RC copters. If their owner is outside of the howl, their weapon will remain active. This werewolf was saved because the teen didn't know where they went. They got lucky. Pushing into this area without his abilities is kind of risky. He got lucky here, he didn't actually get hit. The teens were very close, so howling here was a great idea. Always be careful about howling in the open because taking damage will interrupt your abilities. You got banished. Now what? Here are some questions you can ask yourself when you get banished. What weapons were used to wound you? Were multiple weapons in play? What weapons do the other teens have? What weapons were they trying to craft? What teens are injured or downed? Will they heal together or use a medkit station? If you can answer these questions, you will have a good sense for where you need to go. Lastly, a tip. Never spawn directly next to or on top of a station or a downed teen if a weapon is in play. The teen will get a lengthy window to hear you coming, and you might often find yourself directly inside of a weapon. If you follow these points, you should have a clear idea of what weapons the teens will target. Nice, you caught some teens out of position. You should get a hit from this.
I am the spy. Oh, I missed!
You thought about leaving here, but then you decided to go back because your abilities were off cooldown. Smart decision. As a side note, you can also hear a teen accessing a vending machine above him if you listen carefully. That's some good patience right there, waiting until the red reticle is swing. Very nice. As a note, hit detection is not instantaneous following a swing, giving teens an opportunity to juke you. The werewolf lost the faith here. Let's talk about where she went. When chasing a teen, you first will see chromatic aberrations which will visually indicate the direction teens are traveling. However, a more helpful tool is sound. Listening for footsteps is a strong giveaway as to where teens are going. If you stop hearing footsteps, then the teen is hiding nearby. Remember earlier when I mentioned how looking around when on the staircase is a good idea? This is why. If the werewolf had been looking towards the open area rather than to the wall, they would have seen this coming sooner. Since the werewolf has been banished, take a moment to ask yourself the questions we talked about earlier. Feel free to leave your answers in the comments below. I'm curious to see what you guys noticed. Third time's the charm. This is quite painful. Not only did you miss the faith, she drank a soda and is running towards an open area. You might be running straight into a weapon. If you swung here, you would have hit the Faith. If you're curious where the Faith went, she actually ran behind the werewolf. That's why the footprints disappeared and he wasn't able to detect her with Hunt. The werewolf hunts here, but actually actively goes the opposite direction the Hunt is directing them to go. You can hear a single footstep inside Greenhouse. I'm not surprised they missed it, but taking a moment to check some corners as you patrol can be worth it. Considering you haven't found any teens, going for Rift isn't a bad option. Just be careful of any teens who might be waiting to ambush you. That was well played on the werewolf's part. They first used Hunt to detect whether any teens were getting close, and then howled when the Leo pushed. The werewolf then got enraged and was able to down the Leo. That is some good timing. Again, audio tracking needs work. The teen stopped running and then ran behind you. In this clip, you can also hear your teen running in security to craft on the fire station. This werewolf is also using Plague of Agony, but isn't making use of it even though the Leo is downed. This seems to be a reoccurring mistake. In this instance, the Faith stopped running and then double backed around the corner. This is the third time this has happened. You had this Faith dead to rights, you just need to be a bit more patient. The safe option is to wait another few seconds for your howl to come off cooldown and then push her. You guys know the routine by now. Because of the lack of footsteps, the teen either is hiding nearby, or they made more distance because they're running the perk lightning fast. Howling before entering this room is a great idea. Did you guys hear those crafts? You can hear two different tables being crafted on. One is in Overlook, and another is in Boardroom, Fire and Curse respectively. Pressuring either of these teens is a great way to spread pressure to the rest of the team, since neither are crafting a kill. Your hunt is about to come off cooldown. I would take the opportunity to start hunting here. It could save your life. You can also hear the teen's footsteps. That also could have helped you avoid this death. So, what are the key takeaways from this match? Number 1. Play around your abilities and cooldowns when pressuring teens. Number 2. Consider the options teens have throughout the match, especially when you're banished. And number 3. Take advantage of sounds the teens make while chasing or tracking teens. And with that, we've now reached the end of the critique. If you would like to submit any gameplay footage for a future video, you can do so at videohorrorsocietysins@gmail.com. I hope this video has been just as entertaining and informative as the last one. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. I hope you guys have a great day, whichever one it may be for you. And I guess I'll catch you guys in the static.